Hello, friends. The morning sun casts golden ripples over the Nile as my canoe drifts past towering temples and statues of long-forgotten rulers. Among them stands one that defies all expectations, not of a warrior king, but of a woman seated on the throne of Egypt. Hatsepsut, the Pharaoh queen. In a world where kings were gods and power was passed from father to son, Hatsepsut did something unheard of. She ruled as a pharaoh, not just as a queen regent. And not for a few years, but for over 20 years. She was not simply the wife or mother of a king, she was the king. Hatsepsut was born into Egypt's 18th dynasty, the daughter of Thutmose I. After his death, the throne passed to her young stepson, Thutmose II, whom she married as was common among royalty. But when he died, his heir, Thutmose III, was still a child. Traditionally, the queen mother or another male relative would rule as regent until the boy came of age. But Hatsepsut, she had other plans. At first, she ruled behind the scenes, acting as a guide for young Thutmose III. But as the years passed, she took on more and more power, until finally, she declared herself pharaoh. She even donned the traditional false beard, wore the crown of Upper and Lower Egypt, and had statues made of herself in full kingly regalia. It was no longer just a temporary arrangement. She was Egypt's ruler in her own right. But unlike the great warrior pharaohs before her, Hatsepsut did not seek to expand Egypt through war. Instead, she focused on trade, diplomacy, and grand construction projects. She reopened trade routes that had been lost during previous conflicts and launched one of Egypt's most famous expeditions to the mysterious land of Punt. The exact location of Punt remains a mystery to this day, but it was a place of great wealth, known for its gold, myrrh, ebony, and exotic animals. Hatshepsut's expedition returned with boats overflowing with riches, strengthening Egypt's economy and proving that trade could be just as powerful as war. But her most lasting legacy was not in foreign lands. It was in the very stones of Egypt itself. Hatshepsut undertook some of the most ambitious building projects in Egyptian history. Her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari, nestled in the cliffs of Thebes, is one of the most stunning structures ever built. Unlike the massive pyramids of the Old Kingdom, her temple was designed with terraces, gardens, and intricate carvings that celebrated her reign and divine birth. She ensured that her legacy would be carved in stone, meant to last for eternity. Yet, for all her achievements, Hatshepsut's reign was nearly erased from history. After her death, her successor, Thutmose III, ordered that her statues be defaced and her name chiseled out from monuments. Some believe this was an act of revenge, but more likely, it was an effort to restore the traditional male line of succession. Fortunately, history has a way of uncovering forgotten stories, and today, Hatshepsut is remembered as one of Egypt's greatest rulers. But who was the man who followed her? Thutmose III. The very boy she once ruled over, would grow into Egypt's greatest military leader, a warrior so fierce and strategic that he would later be called the Napoleon of Egypt. Join me next time as we explore the thrilling reign of Thutmose III.